It was a beautiful day, the sun was shining bright, all the WWE superstars were gathered outside. We were not at a normal wrestling show, we were at the WWE Performance Center. A huge white circle was painted on the grass, it was very big, everyone was talking and laughing. We all wondered what was happening. Then our boss, Triple H, came out. He had a big smile on his face. He told us about a special challenge. It was a fun game for all of us. The energy was electric. Everyone was excited to hear the news. I, of course, knew I was going to be the star of the show. Triple H explained the rules. The rules were very simple. All the superstars had to stand inside the big white circle. The goal was to be the last person standing inside that circle. If you stepped out of the circle, you were out of the game. If you were pushed out, you were also out. The last superstar remaining inside the circle would win a prize. The prize was $5,000. Wow! $5,000! That's a lot of money, even for a big movie star like me. Everyone's eyes got wide. We all looked at each other. The friendly mood changed a little. Now it was a competition. A real competition. The crowd of superstars started to buzz with excitement. We all stepped into the giant circle. There were so many of us. Big Show was there. He is a giant. Rey Mysterio was there. He is very fast. Becky Lynch was there. She is the man. And of course I was there, The Miz, the most must-see superstar in WWE history. Everyone was sizing each other up. We were thinking about who to push out first. The air was thick with anticipation. We were all friends, but we all wanted that money. It was going to be an epic battle of wills and strength. This was going to be awesome. The whistle blew and the challenge began. Suddenly it was chaos. It was like a Royal Rumble, but without a ring or ropes. Superstars started pushing and shoving. It was all in good fun mostly. The bigger superstars like Braun Strowman just stood in the middle. They were like giant mountains. Nobody could move them. The smaller, quicker superstars like Ricochet and Ali were running around the edges. They were using their speed to avoid being pushed out. It was a crazy sight to see. All your favorite WWE superstars in one big circle, all fighting to be the last one standing. Everyone had a different plan. It was very interesting to watch. I decided to use my intelligence. I am very smart, you see. I made an alliance with my friend John Morrison. We agreed to protect each other. We would work together to push other people out. This is a good strategy. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Big E was using his power. He was lifting people up and just placing them outside the circle. He was laughing the whole time. He has a very powerful and positive attitude. It was hard to be mad at him, even when he was eliminating your friends from the competition. The wrestling skills really helped everyone. It was amazing. Rey Mysterio used his lucha libre style. He jumped on Big Show's back to stay safe. Nobody could reach him up there. It was very funny. Asuka was using her strong kicks to keep people away from her. Nobody wanted to get kicked by Asuka. She is very dangerous. I saw Kofi Kingston almost get pushed out, but he did a handstand on the line. He walked on his hands back into the circle. It was just like the Royal Rumble. The crowd of superstars who were already out cheered for him. It was a fantastic display of athleticism. There were so many funny moments. R-Truth got confused. He thought it was a dance competition. He started doing his "What's Up" dance in the middle of the circle. Everyone stopped to laugh. While everyone was distracted, he tried to push someone out. It was a clever, if silly, tactic. Then there was the friendly rivalry between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. They were not pushing each other. They were working together. They were eliminating all the other women in the competition. They wanted it to be just the two of them at the end. It was a classic rivalry playing out in a new way. My plan with John Morrison was working perfectly. We were a great team. We managed to push out several other superstars. We used classic tag team moves. I would distract someone and he would push them from the side. It was flawless execution. We were a well-oiled machine, but then we saw Braun Strowman. He was just standing there, smiling. He looked at both of us. We knew our teamwork might not be enough to stop the monster among men. The challenge was getting more intense with every person who stepped outside the circle. It was a true test of survival. As more and more people were eliminated, the circle felt bigger. There was more space to move, but the competition was much harder. Only the strongest and smartest superstars were left. The easy targets were all gone. Now, every single person was a threat. I saw Becky and Charlotte finally turn on each other. They had a big stare down. Then they started trading pushes and shoves. It was an intense battle. The other remaining superstars just watched. We let them tire each other out. That is a smart strategy. Let your opponents do the hard work for you. I am a genius. The alliances started to break apart. It was every man and woman for themselves. My partner John Morrison got pushed out by the giant Omos. Omos is so tall. He just reached over me and pushed Morrison out like it was nothing. I was sad to see my friend go, but I was also a little happy. Now the money did not have to be shared. I had to focus. The final group was small. It was me, Braun Strowman, Bianca Belair, and Randy Orton. This was the final four. The air was very tense. Everyone was watching our every move. The pressure was on. The final four was a tough group. Bianca Belair is the EST of WWE. She is the strongest, fastest, and toughest. She used her long braid to whip at people's hands when they tried to push her. It was very effective. Randy Orton was being sneaky. He is the Viper. He was hiding behind Braun Strowman. He was waiting for the perfect moment to strike. That is his style. He waits, and then he attacks. Braun was just a wall of muscle. He was impossible to move. I knew I had to use my brain to win this. I couldn't overpower them. I had to outsmart them. The final battle was intense. Bianca tried to push me out, but I am very quick. I ducked under her arm. She lost her balance for a second. In that moment, Randy Orton saw his chance. He quickly pushed Bianca from the side. She stumbled and stepped out of the circle. She was out. It was a brilliant move by Orton. Now it was just 3 of us left. Me, the A-lister, Braun Strowman, the monster, and Randy Orton, the Viper, who would be the last one standing. The excitement was at an all-time high. I could almost taste the victory. With only 3 of us left, the final showdown began. It was me, Randy, and Braun. I knew I was the underdog. Randy and Braun are both very powerful. They decided to team up against me. They both came at me at the same time. It was not fair. But this is WWE. You have to be ready for anything. I dodged to the left. I dodged to the right. I was using my amazing agility to stay in the game. I am a former tough enough winner, you know. I have skills. I knew I had to make them fight each other. That was my only chance to win the whole thing. My plan was simple but brilliant. I started to talk. I am the best talker in WWE. I told Braun that Randy was going to betray him. I said, Braun, you can't trust a snake. Then I looked at Randy. I said, Randy, Braun is going to throw you out as soon as he's done with me. It worked. They looked at each other. They started to doubt their temporary alliance. While they were distracted by my awesome mic skills, I saw my opportunity. It was a small window, but it was enough for a superstar of my caliber. I had to act fast and be decisive. While Braun was looking at Randy, thinking about what I said, I ran towards him. I did not try to push him. That would be foolish. Instead, I ducked down low. I pushed his leg with all my might. At the same time, Randy Orton decided to push Braun's back. It was a combined effort. The giant monster Braun Strowman lost his balance. He stumbled backward. One giant foot stepped out of the circle. He was eliminated. He couldn't believe it. Now it was just me and Randy Orton, the Viper versus the A-lister for $5,000. This was it. The final moment. It was face to face. Me and Randy. He tried to hit me with an RKO, but there are no RKOs in this game. I just pushed him away. We struggled back and forth on the edge of the circle. He is very strong, but I am very determined. I'm also very clever. I faked a push to his left. He moved to block it, but it was a trick. I quickly changed direction and pushed him with all my strength to his right. He was not expecting it. He stumbled. He fought to stay in, but it was too late. His foot touched the grass outside the circle. I did it. I, The Miz, was the winner. I won the $5,000. I felt awesome.